on YouTube? This is Top523 here, and I am your coach for the Atlanta Braviary. And I need to shut my door before I record this, so give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back. I'm actually doing this while trying to relax, because I'm doing this really late in the morning. There we go. I'm professionalism. Gotta love it. So, back to what I was saying. I am your coach for the Atlanta Braviers, and we are talking about Season 2 of the ISL. Now, we didn't do the greatest in Season 1. We just missed the playoff by pretty much 1 or 2 games. So our goal is to make it to playoffs this season, which will not be easy because there's a lot of really good teams this season. But I think we drafted a pretty good team. I personally love our team. There's some things I wish I can go back and change, but I mean, we'll just have to see how it goes. The way we did the draft this season, we did over on Twitch, and I'll put my Twitch link down in the description below so you all have access, and also put the link in there for the ISL. And what we did this season for the draft is we decided to go the UCL style. So we have 3 from each tier. So we have 12 mons instead of 11 this time. And when we were going through and we realized we should change a few things up. Lander's Eye is banned. We still have Greninja around. That's pretty much the only thing that's still around in Ubers is X and Y Greninja. So Erasmus tutors are not allowed. So that's nice. But when we were going through, I had to figure out what type of mons I wanted to use. And when you all saw in Pika, I liked how my draft fit much better over there than our Season 1 did, because we didn't really have a whole lot of duplicate tapings. We tried to be diverse as possible so we can have coverage for pretty much everything. And so that's pretty much what we did here. And when I was going through, I was like, okay, last season we drafted Mega Charizard X. Great mon, but needs to set up to really do a lot of work. In Pika, we drafted Scizor, Mega Scizor. Still needed a setup to do a lot of work. So I needed a mon who can just hit really hard without having to set up. Setting up will make it 10 times better, but I need something that it's very hard for people to find switch-ins for. And so that's why we decided to go with Mega Gardevoir. That's just the Mega Gardevoir is an amazing mon. When it Mega Evolves... Oh, another thing is that we don't have to Mega Evolve turn 1. And since we drafted Mega Gardevoir, no one else can draft Gardevoir in the whole entire league, which is very nice. So what we did was... the difference between Gardevoir and Mega Gardevoir is pretty much just 20 points, as you see on the screen, 20 points in attack, 40 points in special attack, 20 points in special defense, and 20 in speed. That's really, really good. I don't know why they boosted her physical attack. I feel like they could have left it at 65 and put the other 25 into HP or defense, or even split it up maybe a little bit more special defense and the rest in speed or something, make it a little faster, but they do them. Notable moves is stuff like Hyper Voice, Side Shock, Psychic, Calm Mind, Focus Blast, Thunderbolt, Wish, Shadow Ball, Will-O-Wisp, and even Trick Room. It does get Trick Room, which you don't see that much unless it's like in VGC, but Trick Room can still be viable in this league if we know we're going to go against a really fast team anyways. What's really nice about Mega Gardevoir is that a lot of teams don't have switch-ins to Pixelate Hyper Voice, which is, special attack of 165. Pixelate boosted special attacking, normal type moves, or just normal type moves in general by 1.7. And Hyper Voice already hits as hard as it is. Now it's Fairy type and Stab. It's really, really good. It's very hard to find people just to switch in. I'm like, oh, hey, I'm going to switch in. Because a lot of times you're either one-shotting things or two-shotting things. At majority of the time, like about 90% of the time. Which is very nice, and it just gets a wide variety of moves that you can learn, which is very, very good. And being a Psychic Fairy, I realized, okay, I'm going to try it as early as possible in the top 3 tiers, in the top 2 tiers, in OU and UU. I'm going to try my best to complete a Dragon Fairy Steel core, and a Fire Water Grass core. That was my goal. And so with that, I needed something else I can pick up as a steel type, and because with having a steel type to go against for Duchess here, it allows Duchess to not have to worry about steel or poison type moves. Because as long as we have Skarmory, we're good. And the mon that we decided to go for was Skarmory. Omaha the Skarmory is really, really good. It's immune to poison types. It resists steel. Um, and it eats up physical hits for days. What's nice about it is that I can pretty much have it as my default Stealth Rock user, Spikes user. Get rid of rocks. I have Roost to get back HP. Taunt, which is very nice. Whirlwind. If I eat up a physical hit, if I have Sturdy. Counter. Your mon is going down no matter what. There's no way a mon's going to live if you brought me down to my Sturdy and I counter you. It's not going to happen. Iron Head and Tailwind are all just... It doesn't get a lot of like physical attacking moves that are amazing, but it does get a good portion of utility moves like hazards and stuff like that, and getting rid of hazards that make it very reliable in this league. A lot of people plan for it can plan for it every single week, and I can't guarantee I'm going to bring it every single week. I have other defensive mons that could just do the job just as well. But if I know that I'm going to have to worry about a very strong poison type against my opponent, there's a good chance I'm bringing Skarmory just so I can eat up those poison type hits very well. And then eat up those steel type hits as well. Now, that's 2 of my 3 of the Fairy Dragon Steel Core. And I was going to try to pick up a poison type, but there's not a whole lot of poison types in OU. And thinking about it, I was like, okay. What can I pick next up? I don't know what I was going to go for, because Red Mad 80, a good friend of mine, has been helping me out, trying to help me with the draft, it's going to help me with planning out my team, stuff like that. And I was thinking, what can I draft? What can I draft? And then, not too long before me, someone drafted Mega Slowbro. I was like, oh god, no. So, I went with my original pick that I wanted in OU, but I didn't think I would be able to get it. And that's Superior. Now, Genie the Superior is a really, really good mon, and I'm very happy that I was able to pick it up 3rd round. I didn't think it would last the 3rd round, but it did. And what's really great about it is that with Contrary Relief Storm, once I start setting that up, it's very hard for people to really get around it. And then with his special attack isn't the greatest at 75, but his attack is also 75. So on the special side, you have stuff like Leaf Storm, Giga Drain, Dragon Pulse, stuff, and pretty much stuff like that. But on the physical side, you have things like Knock Off, Iron Tail, Outrage, which are really, really good. I think he gets like Leaf Blade or I think that might be it. I think he only gets Leaf Blade if he gets that. I don't think he gets a lot of physical grass type moves, which sort of sucks. But with that, and it also gets Calm Mind and Swords Dance, which granted you can't use Contrary with those, but I mean Calm Mind and Swords Dance is still really, really good. Because you have ways of setting up, and then it's fast enough at 113 speed. You can taunt things so that they stop setting up. So if I know I'm going to go against Slowbro, I'm going to taunt it before it starts setting up Calm Minds, because I won't be able to kill it. And then I can glare things, which is very nice about glare is that it stops like Landorus T and other really fast and Extra Drill, really fast ground types that normally won't affected by paralyzation due to Thunder Waves. I can just glare it, which is very nice, and my throat has been acting up. So that's the Genie, and that was my OU picks. I had Duchess of the Gardevoir, Omaha the Skarmory, and now Genie the Superior. Now, when I was going to UU, I realized, I need some really strong physical attackers, because I don't have a lot right now. I have very good special attackers, but not a whole lot of good physical attackers. And so the very first mon that I wanted to pick up, which I'm surprised it lasted even this late into the first round, is Juro the Crocodile. Crocodile is such an amazing mon, being dark and fighting. We used it a little bit in the ISL Season 1, and it's such a great mon. Attack of 117, defenses of 80, speed of 92, HP of 95. That's honestly the highest HP we've gotten so far on our team. Anger Point you don't see much reliability for, but Intimidate and Moxie is really good for him. And you can pretty much guarantee whenever I bring you Jura, it's going to be Intimidate and Moxie. I'm never going to bring Anger Point because Anger Point just doesn't do much for me. But moves like Knock Off, Earthquake, Stone Edge, Superpower, Crunch, Outrage, Low Kick, Power Up Punch. It gets so many good physical attacking moves. It's very hard for things to really eat up hits from it because I have checks to everything. Normally the good physical walls out there I have checks for. The only one that's out there that I don't really have much of a check for is possibly Wheezing with it, but that's not really much of an issue for me. So I'm not too worried about it. And so, but it also gets taunt, so that's my, I think all my mons so far can learn taunt, which is very, very good. I know Scrummery Superior can, so I don't know if Gardevoir can, I can't remember off the top of my head now. But counter is also very good. I can eat up a physical hit pretty well, and then just hit it with a counter. Pfft, you're gonna get blown back to smithereens, cause you're a bitch. Druid Crocodile is gonna be really good. I can't wait to use it this season. I feel like it's gonna do a lot of work and take one of the top MVP spots this season because I can just do so much with it. Intimidate just stops things from really just sweeping my team, and then Moxie boost with choice scarves or choice bands. It's a monster. It really is. And so I originally wanted Gudra next, even though it's not another physical attacker. I wanted Gudra next just because it can be a good special like wall with Assault Vest, and then it can eat up and can dish out physical and special hits no matter what. But of course, he got drafted 2 turns before me. I was like, oh, damn you, Gavin and Utah Weeds, why'd you have to take my Gudra? I was so upset. And so instead of Gudra, I decided to go Haxorus. Haxorus is really good physical dragon type just because it has a 147 attack stat and a 97 speed. So if I can get a Dragon Dance up, I'm pretty much outspeeding a good portion of the draft. And then things like Swords Dance, Dragon Claw, Outrage, Earthquake, Poison Jab for fairy types, Superpower, X Scissor, Night Slash. It just has a wide variety of moves. And guess what? Another Taunt user. Oh my god. Taunt is going to be amazing this season. Um, it does so well with 76 HP and then defense of 90 and special defense 70. It can live hits pretty well, and being pure dragon type and nothing else, I don't have to worry about 4 times weaknesses to ice, which a lot of dragons have like Garchomp and Dragonite and stuff like that. Um, I don't have to worry about a 4 times weakness to fairy types due to stuff like Hydreigon being dark dragon. So I don't have to worry about that. And Mold Breaker is going to be very nice with things like that have levitate, like any of the Rotoms, Electros, Wheezing, stuff like that, where I can just Earthquake, do the Mold Breaker, and do a lot of damage to them, which is very, very nice. So Haxorus is going to be a really good mon. I needed 2 mons that can just do a lot of work on the physical side, because I already had 2 mons on the special side. But with that, I was thinking, okay, I already have a physical wall in Scrummery, and I need something that can be a physical or special wall, or a special attacker, or just a speedster, whatever really works. I need something to just be a little more versatile than I already have. And I was looking back at all my other teams, and I was like, wait a second. I already completed the Steel Dragon Fairy Core. I still need something. I still need a Fire type and a Water type to complete my Fire Grass Water Core. And so I decided to go with Fairy type next round, and I wanted a certain I think I wanted a certain electric type. I don't remember what electric type it was, but it got drafted. So I was like, okay, what can I draft? I was like, wait a second. The best electric type in in UU right now is still around. Quickington, the Rotom Heat. I love Rotom Heat. Quickington has done so much work for me over in Pika. So I decided, you know what? Let's come on over. You're gonna come with me to the next team over because it just does so much work. Things like Volt Switch, Overheat, Pain Split, Thunder Wave, Thunderbolt, Will-O-Wisp, Trick, Dark Hole, Shadow Ball, Signal Beam, Toxic, Hex, which is not a ghost. He's not long a ghost type, but so can we do Sucker Punch. Never freaking knew he got Sucker Punch, but he gets Sucker Punch. Sunny Day, Reflect, and Light Screen. It can do so much work. And I can make him a physical defensive or especially defensive. I can make him a special attacker. I can make him a choice scarf user because his speed is 86, so that's really not that bad. His HP, yeah, it's at 50, but It's really not that bad when they have a defense, and special defense of 107. I have to watch out for mode breakers out there, like extra drill and stuff like that. I mean, I have one of them in Hacksters. I have to watch out for the other ones due to levitate, because I don't want to take an earthquake, because I am 4 times weak to it. But Cricket just does so much work to my opponent's team, and I needed something to hit very hard with Volt Switch on the electric side, because my only check to water type move Pokemon like Mega Slowbro was superior. And I didn't. I sort of had a little bit of an ice weakness in Hacksaw, Crocodile, Superior, and Skarmory. Well, Skarmory is neutral to it, but still. So I needed something to hit the ice types really, really hard. And so we have Cookington, the Rotom Heat, to just overheat all them for days. Um, excuse me. It's a little late in the morning for this. But I love Cookington. I think it's going to do a lot of really good work to the team, and I loved using it over Pika. I know how to use it now, and I'm glad to bring it over here and just see it do work. And so that's pretty much summed up our UU at Crocodile Hacksaurus, and Runimage. Little spoiler alert. Uh, but when I was going to RU, I was like, okay, I need a Rapid Spinner. And originally, Red Matt 80, Matt wanted me to pick up Terrakion. And we used Terrakion in Season 1 of the ISL, and we used it pretty well. Um, it did a lot of work for our team, and I do wish we could use Terrakion, but it did get scooped up. So, I think it got scooped up. Mm-hmm. May not have. Um, but Terrakion's just a really good mon. I would love to have used it again, but I was like, okay, I need something to hit on the fighting side. I needed something for Rapid Spin. And I decided to go Hitmonlee. Now, the reason why I went Hitmonlee was because, yeah, his attack stats. Oh, I did not. Whoops. Uh, Let me fix that on screen right now. I know it's a little unprofessional, but I just realized I screwed up his stats. Um, that's not right. Let me fix that real quick, because that's gonna bug me. So just ignore that. His HP is still at 50. His attack is 120. His defense is 53, which doesn't seem the greatest. Special attack is horrible at 35. But his special defense is 110, which you don't normally think of Hitmonlee being a special defensive wall, but it is. Um, it's very, very nice. So when aiming at Mr. Fantastic, just because he can just stretch those legs out so far. With an attack of 120, it just hits really hard, especially with Unburden. Fake Out, Unburden, Normal Gym just wrecks lives. It really, really does. Um, and then stuff like High Jump Kick, Knock Off, Mock Punch, Stone Edge, Sucker Punch, Rapid Spin, Close Combat, Blaze Kick, and Poison Jab. So he gets a wide assortment of physical attacking moves that just does so really well. And then having the fact that I have another Rapid Spin, I have a Rapid Spin user. So if I don't want to worry about Skarmory, if I don't want to bring Skarmory to get rid of hazards, and I need something that I'm desperately in need of getting rid of hazards, I know they're going to be brought, I have Mr. Fantastic, because he is fantastic. I could have gotten Hitmon, he was the only Hitmon to actually get drafted. I could have dropped a Hitmon top, but I was like, Hitmonlee hits a lot harder, and the Unburden boost, the Unburden boost will be very nice, because then it doubles my speed at 87. He's pretty much outspeeding everything once he gets an Unburden boost, and I can pretty much do a lot of work to my opponent's team. So that's Hitmonlee, Mr. Fantastic. I don't have much really to say about him. He's pretty much just the standard what you think he would do. I'm surprised he gets Blaze Kick. That's awesome, because then I don't have to worry about like physical grass types like Tangrowth, something like that, getting in the way if I don't bring Poison Jab. I have Blaze Kick to use that as well. So the next one I decided to bring was, I realized I needed something to, how should I put this, eat up hits a lot better. Because yeah, I have Rotom H and Skarmory, which are very nice. But I needed something else. And when I was going through, I was like, okay, my walls, their two main weaknesses right now are electric and water, and I need something that can eat up both those hits very well and could be immune to them. And so I decided to go Gastrodon. Squishy the Gastrodon, I decided to go with, because it just does so much work as a physical or special wall. Um, with HP of 111, his defense might not seem that great, but it really does work. And then Storm Drain, so I eat up Volt Switches, I eat up Scalds, stuff like that, and I don't have to worry about anything. Special attack's 92, his attack is 83, so honestly, that's the third best stat, and that's really not that bad. He gets moves like Scald, Ice Beam, Recover, Toxic, Earth Power, Clear Smog, Earthquake, Icy Wind, Toxic, Stone Edge, Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, Yawn, Counter, Mirror Coat, Curse. It can do so many different things. Like, you just set up curses for days, making a special defensive, and then just set up curses. I can Earthquake or Stone Edge or do whatever I want, and it just do a lot of work to my team. It can just do a lot of work to poison types. It does so many different things, and I love Squishy. We just drafted it over in. I mean, we not drafted. We picked it up over in Pika. We haven't had much chance to use it much lately, over there, but I'm very happy to use it because I think it will do a lot of work to my opponent's teams. And just whenever, if I know something, oh, they have a very strong water type attacker. I need something to eat up hits better than Rotom H on the special side. Squishy. Same thing with electric typing. I know someone drafted Jolteon. Rotom Peach, yeah, I think it's neutral or resist. I don't know if electric resists electric, but I needed something else to eat up hits from it. Gastrodon. Because I'll probably use Rotom Heat H as my physical wall when I go against Jolteon. So I need something to eat up on the special side, and we have Gastrodon here just to do that very thing. So Sticky Hold, I don't have to worry about my items being knocked off. Sand Force, if for some reason I want to use a Sand Team with Crocodile, I have that option. But Storm Drain just seems like honestly, the most viable thing for it, just because it can eat up all those water hits and gain the special attack boost. So that's pretty much Gastrodon. And next we go to our final pick in RU. I really needed. I was talking to Matt, and I needed a good strong ghost type. Another very strong special attacker that's honestly has a lot more speed than Gardevoir does. And he wanted me to pick up Haunter, but I didn't really want a Eviolite user that doesn't really utilize it at all. And if I wanted Haunter, I would have just dropped a Gengar in OU instead of possibly something like Superior. And so I decided instead I was going to go with Frostlass. Symbala the Frostlass is a very, very useful mon because it is very, very fast at 110 speed. It has okay stats everywhere else. It's mainly just used to taunt things. Again, another taunt user. Set of spikes, Ice Beam, Disable, or just Curse Body Disable, which I feel like it's going to come in clutch a lot. You have Crunch, you have Avalanche, Shockwave, Signal Beam, Sucker Punch, Water Pulse, Trick, Thunder Wave, Pain Split, and also Destiny Bond. Mainly what it'll do is if I know I'll speed something, I can either taunt it or set a spike or something, bring me down to my Focus Sash, because majority of the time you run Focus Sash on Symbala, and then Destiny Bond, and then poof, goodbye Pokemon. It's very, very nice to have, and then it's honestly, it's not the most beneficial thing in the world, but it does have a lot of speed, so I can outspeed things and hit it pretty decently hard with things like Ice Beam and Shadow Ball. And so that's pretty much why we have it on here. And did I even put Shadow Ball? I did not put Shadow Ball on the normal moves list. That's stupid of me. He does get Shadow Ball, right? I'll be feel really stupid if Frostlass does not get Shadow Ball. People probably were wondering why I drafted Frostlass. It does a lot of work, and I think people just underestimate it a lot. They don't plan for it. It does get Shadow Ball. Okay, good. I was about to say, that'd be really stupid if it doesn't. And so that's pretty much our RU picks. Hitmonlee, Gastron, Frostlass. For the first two, all three of them, they all do different things, and just sort of just fill in holes of little things that we need to fill in here or there. And that's why I dropped this to Frostlass, because it does great work of setting up more hazards and possibly stopping, like if someone's setting up a lot and then they want to try to take him out and I don't have Focus Dash anymore, I can just Destiny Bond and I don't have to worry about it if I already outspeed. So that's what's very nice about it. When I was going to NU, this was the hardest tier ever to draft for because there were so many things I wanted. I wanted Weezing really badly, got drafted. Uh, there were other things I wanted that got drafted, and I was like, this really sucks. But speaking of Weezing, I wanted Weezing for a good physical wall, but of course, no, Burke and the New England Patriots had to draft him before me. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. And so I needed something else to draft. That was a poison type because I needed poison typing on my team to really hit hard. And so what I decided to go for is I decided to draft Muck. Blob the Muck does a lot of really good things. HP of 105 and special defense of 100. It eats up special hits pretty damn well. And then 105 special, physical attack is really, really good. Especially with nice with, that works really well with Poison Touch because whenever he hits him on, no matter what move I use, I have the chance to poison it, which is very nice. And then it gets moves like Poison Jab, Gunk Shot, Shadow Sneak, Giga Drain, Brick Break, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Curse, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, Dark Pulse, Rock Slide, Thunder Punch, Sludge Wave, Toxic. Another taunt user. Look at that. Like, can everyone learn taunt? I just need to know. Can any Pokemon learn taunt? Because if any Pokemon can, I'm gonna feel really, really stupid. Uh, just when he wants to load, that'd be nice. Not every Pokemon can learn it, but a good portion of the Pokemon can learn it. So, I don't know. And Gardevoir does get taunt. So pretty much all my mons so far get taunt. Which is very, very nice. But it's just he has a wide assortment of moves, and you could make him a special attacker if you really wanted to. But mainly he's good there for physical attacking moves. And then Shadow Sneak is very good for priority. If I know if I'm about to go down, I can just Shadow Sneak, get damage off, possibly poison, and then good to go. So that's Blob, and it's a really good poison type for all those fairy types, especially stuff like Sylveon and Gramble and stuff like that, where it's just eat up all other hits really well. I need something that I can do a lot of work too. And so I was thinking, okay, I need another physical wall. I have plenty of special walls. I need something to be physical where I can eat up physical hits pretty well, and then I can be a good sort of cleric. Because I realized Matt was telling me I don't have a cleric on my team, so I needed a cleric. And a good cleric out there is Mama the Miltank. We all saw how Miltank ran over in Pika. It did pretty decently well. I enjoyed using it a lot because it does so many good things. Being a good physical wall with 105 defense, 95 HP, it gets 80 in attack, which isn't bad. 70 in special defense, which isn't horrible. The 100 base speed, that's really, really good. If I really wanted to make him a fast physical attacker, I could. Um, but what's amazing about him is his abilities. Scrappy, Sap Sipper, and Thick Fat are amazing, amazing abilities. Scrappy, oh, you're a ghost type? I'm still gonna hit you with a body slam. Oh, Sap Sipper, let me just eat up all your grass type hits. Thick Fat, oh, you want to have a strong fire or uh, ice type attacker? Let me just fix that with Thick Fat. That's mainly the reason why that Miltank is so good, is because it has such amazing abilities. And I don't know why he's still an NU. It doesn't make sense to me. I feel like you should be at least an RU because I think you can do a lot of good work in RU. Notable moves he has a Stealth Rocks, Body Slam, Milk Drink, Toxic, Thunder Wave, Heal Bell, Attract, Counter, Curse, Double Edge, Earthquake, Fire Punch, Gyro Ball, Rock Slide, Rain Dance, Shadow Ball, Sunny Day, Thunder Punch, Ace Punch, Icy Wind, Iron Head. I put Toxic on there twice, god damn it. Brick Break. Like, it gets a wide variety of moves, and I don't understand why he's still in NU. It doesn't make sense to me. So I want to put in the comments why he's still in NU. Go for it. But I've seen Miltank eat up physical attacking fighting type moves before, and then hit it with a counter. Pfft, Goodbye. Um, like it gets heal bell, which is very very good because if my mons start getting status, I need ways of getting around it, and that's why heal bell just does the work. It really does. Um, and so that's pretty much Miltank. I did snipe some people because they really wanted Miltank, but I needed another physical wall on my team, and Miltank just does that. Is a really good cleric, and in my opinion, he is the Blissey of NU because honestly, I don't want to say Autono is because Autono can't do anything besides just be a cleric. Blissey can at least hurt some things with some of its stats, and could same thing Miltank can. Miltank can do some pretty good work on his side, and it can just eat up hits, even though it's on the physical side, it eats up hits pretty well. So that's Miltank, and last but not least, we needed another fast mon. And I need a mon that can get so much good priority. And honestly, there wasn't a whole lot in NU that I really, really wanted. Um, and so unfortunately, we got all the typings we needed, except for I think like Bug and Rock were the two that I really needed that I didn't get. But honestly, I didn't really need any of those two. There wasn't a whole lot. I could have got Crustle, I think he's an NU. He might be an RU. But I was like, Crustle's only good because you have Shell Smash. So I was like, I need something else to pick up. And so what I decided to do is we went Frogadier. High boost of the Frogadier does really, really well because it has decent stats for a not fully evolved Pokemon with 97 speed and 83 special attack. It's really not that bad, and then protein ability is really good. And what that's about it is it's pretty much Greninja, but a little better. It's like it has. I don't want to say it's better than Greninja, but it's moves wise it's better than Greninja in this type of draft format because he actually can use the aura as move tutor, so he can get Gunk Shot, Low Kick, stuff like that. And I put Gunk Shot on there twice. What the hell? I really want to focus on Gunk Shot apparently. With Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Dark Pulse, U-Turn, Acrobatics, Bounce, Quick Attack, Rock Slide, Scald, Surf, Toxic Spikes, Waterfall, Rain Dance. I mean, now that we have Toxic Spikes, we have one of every setup, hazard out there. Um, with Scald, with Rain Dance, with Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, Gunk Shot, Low Kick, Quick Attack for priority, Rock Slide. It has so many decent moves that it can learn, and you just slap a Choice Scarf on it, or you don't even have to. It's fast enough as it is at 97. It just barely is outsped by base 100s, just barely. So, but everything else, it outspeeds and can do a lot of work to my opponent's teams. So that's pretty much why we had decided to draw Fragadier, and that's pretty much our team. I was very happy with this team. I thought it did very very well. When I think when I was going through it, I was like, when I was getting to the bottom, I was like, I don't know about these last few picks, but I think we picked up decent minds in RU and NU that can do a lot of really good work. Um, and yeah, that's our team. Hopefully, the Atlanta Bravery can pick up a good amount of wins this season and get us to the playoffs. And with these mons, I think that we can absolutely do that. And with that, I want to thank you all for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.